Hey everybody, Tom Shirley here from Throne Builders, and I wanted to release a video and a word that's been on my heart for some time now, and I actually have an illustration today. A few years ago I was driving down a country road here where we live in the Northwest, and I was coming up to a road that goes out into basically what is an old logging trail. It's been years since it's been used. They're letting it repopulate, and this logging trail for a couple of years. I would go at least once a week, and I would pray. And it'd take about an hour and a half. It was just a giant loop, and it'd take about an hour and a half to walk around. And I'd walk slow and pray and seek the Lord and just have a wonderful time. A lot of breakthrough, a lot of revelation, a lot of exciting experiences happened to me out on this trail. Well, a few years ago, as I was driving toward this road, it dawned on me it had been a long time since I'd been there. It had been several months. And I was having a rough time. I've been in our wilderness here, and we've talked about that quite a bit. We've been in our wilderness for over 7 years. We're coming out right now, but we've been here in this geographical location. As I was coming out toward this road, I thought about the fact that it had been so long since I'd been there and taken a walk with the Lord. And I turned my heart toward God as I was driving, and I just began to weep. And I said, God, I sure do miss our walks together in the woods. And just having said that, as I said it, I passed the road, and this stick is laying on the ground right in front of this little road. You have to park on the road at the entrance to the road and walk, because they felled some trees over the entrance. But as I'm driving by this stick, and I drive by, I look at it as I'm driving by on the ground, and I go past a little bit further, and it's one of those aha moments. And I realize God was saying something to me. When I was telling God I miss my walks with you, God said, well, you know what? Here's a walking stick. It had been freshly carved at the time. It was green. Somebody had just peeled all the bark off of it. I don't know if you can see the way that it's clearly been peeled or not on the camera. I think you can. It looks like it. But somebody had just done this. I don't know if it was an angel. I don't know if it was somebody living in the area. I don't know. But all I know was at the very moment I said, God, I miss my walks with you, God turned around and said, well, here you go. Here's a walking stick. You don't have any excuses now. Now, I'm not much of a walking stick person, but the issue is not what I use when I walk. The issue is that God gave me a confirming sign, and he said, Tom, I miss walking with you too. And so many of us have garbage in our lives. We have baggage that we carry. We have guilt. We have condemnation, self-loathing. And there's a big part of us that's afraid sometimes. We're like, man, I'd love to walk with God, but I just don't know if he really wants me there or not. And you remember the times when you did and how beautiful it was, but you kind of draw back. Listen, don't draw back anymore. Daddy's putting signs in your life right now. In fact, this video is a sign for many of you that he wants you to be with him, to walk with him. Let the Father take you back into his embrace. Show him that you love him like you know you do by just turning your heart and saying, God, I'm going to spend some time with you now. You'll be amazed at what God does for you. This is Tom Shirley from Throne Builders signing out. God bless. Enjoy your walk with God.